Today I'm going to work in my 2017 Composite Art Journal. What I am going to work on today is, yes, another collage day, but I am going to use these collage pieces in a project. A few weeks ago, Cat Hand had a video up of ATCs that she made from an 11 by 8.5 inch piece of paper. Mine's a little bit longer than that, but I can still get the ATCs out of there. Her ATCs were themed more for the month of February with hearts. I'm going to use greens and spring colors and do some spring ATCs. So the first thing I'm going to do is collage down all these little scrap pieces that I have left from previous projects. I will say, as you saw me starting to do here, that one of the things that you should probably do before you start your collaging is take the pieces that you've selected and separate them into piles, either by color or by shape or by some type of system that makes sense to you, so that you know what you have, so that you can put it down on the paper in a way that pleases you. As you can see here, I categorized my scraps into shades of color. These are the yellows, and this, I'm going to use this, so it's got yellow tones in it, so I put it with the yellows. These are just a few purple and red tones. I have some kind of white, creamy tones, greens, blues, and then up here I have fabric type things. This is a cross-stitch fabric and some bits of suede and some bling. So I'm just going to get started, and when I'm finished, I will come back and talk about them. This is where I'm at on my collage. I'm really happy with it. I like the spring colors. I'm going to need to let this dry, but I think then I'll measure out my ATCs, and I have the back of this calendar. I got it at the Dollar Tree, and these will make nice motifs on the ATCs that I'm going to make. They'll be a nice focal point. So I'm going to let this dry and clean up all my little scraps around here, and then I'll come back and work on it some more. I have measured out ATCs on this page. The collage is all dry. I got 13 of them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've also trimmed these little calendar squares off. Now I will say I cut these depending on what was showing in the ATC, so that when I put a piece on here, it will make sense. Here are the cut ATCs. These I need to trim off they're higher than 3.5, but that's okay. I can trim them off. This one's a little thin, but that's okay. Are my finished ATCs. I'm really happy with them, how they came out, considering that I used scrap paper for the base. And then I used that calendar page for the focal points. I did put some Tim Holtz stickers on there, and I have some bling. But aren't these really neat? This is one of my favorite ones. And this one, and this one, these two. Now these four, I forgot to cut them down to 3.5 inches, so they're a little bit taller. They're more like 4 inches. So I'm not going to call them ATCs. I'll just be calling them art. Card art, I guess. But I'm really happy with them. I'm happy with how they turned out. They're just little pieces of art made from scraps. Very cool. Very fun. Now I'll probably put them on a 12.5-inch page somehow. Maybe thread a ribbon through there. I'm just not real sure exactly how I'm going to do it. But it was just a fun project to do, a good way to use up scraps, and I really like to collage when I'm not inspired to do anything else on that particular day. I think this will make a really nice page in my 2017 Composite Art Journal. I will see you on the next page.